All right, so here we are under a 2006 Toyota Tacoma. What we're going to be doing today is a power steering pump. So the first thing we're going to need to do is remove this lower cover so we can get to the power steering pump. So we have a couple 13mm bolts around the perimeter. We'll go ahead and take those down. All right, so now we want to go ahead and remove our serpentine belt. So we have our tensioner right here. We'll go ahead and loosen our, I say loosen, but we're just going to unspring it. And then I'm going to reach up and remove the belt off of the power steering pump. All right, so we're going ahead. This is a 14mm socket. All right, so I've removed the belt from over on this side where the power steering pump is. I'm going to go ahead and just going to kind of tuck it back to get it out of the way so we can do the job. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I have my catch can. I'm going to go ahead and just brake clean to get some of that residue off of there. Okay. All right, so I'm going to remove this lower bolt right here. This is the supply line coming to the power steering pump. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it at this 12mm bolt. And that will drain the fluid out. All right, so the next thing, while we got that draining, this is our pressure line. All right, so we're going to go ahead and remove this bolt here. This is a 17mm. All right, so the next thing we want to do is remove our ground strap. So we have a little 10mm bolt on the back here. We'll go ahead and get that loosened. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we have two 14mm bolts. So we want to go through the hole in the pulley to get them. So we'll go ahead and do the bottom one first here. Go ahead and pull our pump out. Oh, I got a connector on top there. All right, so here we have our new pump that we got from Auto Parts Direct to You. All right, so the first thing we want to do is you just want to match everything up. All right. All right, so it looks like the electrical connector, we need to transfer it over. And it looks like the mounting tab for the wire, we need to transfer it over. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and move these over. All right, so we'll go ahead and put our O-ring on our other return side. All right, so this is our supply line. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and clean it up. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put our pump into position. We got our O-ring off. We'll go ahead and wait to put that O-ring on. We can do it right now, I guess, huh? So we don't lose it. Go ahead and slip our O-ring on. Okay. All right, so we're putting the bottom bolt in is just to a tab. The top bolt has to slip. Let's see, can you see it? Goes through this bracket from here to here. All right, so I'm just put this one on kind of loose so I can rotate this other side up. Kind of get it in position. I'm going to go ahead and put my hold down back on for my wire and my 10mm bolt on the bottom here. This is the ground strap. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and plug our connector in. Go ahead and remove our cap. All right, so this is our pressure line. All right, so we want to put one copper washer on through, and then our other copper washer. All right, so go ahead and remove our other plug for the supply side. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and tighten up this worm clamp here. That's for our supply. This is an 8mm socket or a flathead screwdriver. All right, so now we want to go ahead and put our belt back. So we had it tucked under here. Go ahead and come back around. Oops. Okay, so you just want to make sure that all of our grooves of our serpentine belt are all lined up in the pulleys. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and put our bottom pan on back on. All right, so now we want to go ahead and top off our fluid. So we have our power steering reservoir right here. All right, so now that we have our reservoir topped off, we're going to go in the car. We're going to go steering left to right, very slow without the vehicle running first. And then we'll start the vehicle up, top off the fluid, and take it for a test drive.